Join me for a couple of days of life on the road solo, living outside in nature, exploring waterfalls, mountains, seeing wildlife, and of course finding somewhere beautiful to spend the night. It really isn't hard to see why I've chose to live this way.
Oops. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. We are going up into the mountains. We're actually in a bit of a cloud at the moment, which is pretty cool. So we're at Jacob's Ladder at Ben Lomond National Park and about to go up a very steep, very sketchy road. And once you get to the top, you look back on everything you've just drove and it's a really beautiful view. So hopefully we'll get that at the top. I'm happy to wait around a little bit so we can actually see that. Hopefully it passes at some point, but basically we're gonna strap the GoPro to the front of the car, start driving and make it up to the top.
How cool does that look though? And this is only at the bottom. All right, let's hope this clears, but it's going to be a pretty cool drive regardless. Off we go.
It is definitely a bit more of a moody vibe in this episode. So this national park is located 60 kilometres east of Launceston. It sits 1,500 metres above sea level and it is primarily a treeless landscape. The lower slopes are forested and we're actually going to be camping in the woods later in this episode. But up here, there's no trees, just a very rocky landscape with, at the moment, lots of fog.
Well, it hasn't passed just yet, but it actually does look really cool. So in winter, there's heaps of snow here. It actually turns into like a ski resort. Might even end up bloody snowing today. It's actually not that cold, but yeah, the cloud is just super, super low. I actually wanted to do a hike too. There's a little hike track just there. I don't know. We'll just wait around a little bit, see what this weather does. I think that is the plan. I see a little bit of hope. I think it's just starting to clear a little bit. Can't quite see the view, but at least you can see the road. Oh, I'm so glad it's cleared up enough. Wow, look at all that rock formation.
Unless you are doing a hike, there isn't really a whole lot else to do up here in summer. The main attraction is definitely this lookout. So after sitting here for a little while and noticing that the clouds aren't clearing anymore anytime soon, it's time to drive the 7 kilometres back down and onto a new location for the day.
I'm so grateful that that opened up just enough for us to be able to see that, because I have always wanted to see that lookout, so that worked out really well. We've come off the mountain, out of the fog. Let's go spend the day out in nature. We'll find somewhere beautiful to camp for this evening. I have just found this track, and in 1 kilometre we get to a river, and then it looks like if we cross the river there's like a little area to camp. I don't know, this could work out really well or it might not work at all. I'm not sure how high the water is, but let's go for a drive down here and we'll see what it's like. going for a little look. It's not looking too promising, guys.
That one's fine. These ones.
Alright, let's see if we can find another track.
Well, someone's had a camp here. Maybe that's what I saw on Google Earth. Oh my gosh, guys. That's an echidna.
These spikes are perfect for protecting them against potential predators such as foxes, goannas, or feral cats. If it feels threatened, it'll dig its claws into the ground and curl into a ball like it's doing now, the poor little guy. They feed on primarily termites, ants, and other insects and live around 30 to 40 years in the wild.
That was really cool to see. Oops. That's not a good one.
But camp spot is lovely. And the sun has come out for us.
Camping by the beach is obviously beautiful, but there is something about camping by a river and listening to this that just relaxes you so much. I absolutely love camping by rivers. This spot is absolutely perfect. I am thinking tonight is salmon, so maybe we'll do like salmon, rice, lettuce. We'll do some lettuce cups with salmon and rice. That sounds perfect. So hot. I am pretty happy with this salmon. It's cooked through. Listen to that crunch. Yay! We're gonna cheat on the rice. We're just gonna do Uncle Ben's. We'll do tomato and basil. I haven't been able to have a fire the whole time since being here because there's a total fire ban from, I'm pretty sure it's October to March. I will double check that, but it is currently the end of March, which means that finishes soon. So I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm able to start having a fire at camp as of next week.
I don't know about you guys, but I would say this looks pretty bloody good.
Dinner is served. I need 3 hands. All right, this is a big bit of salmon, and I wanted to make little cups, but for the sake of videoing this, I probably didn't really need to put that awning away. It doesn't look like it's going to rain anymore tonight, but I didn't check for tomorrow, so who knows. Dishes are done, camp's clean, the bed is set up. So now it's just time for me to wash off in this creek and then I'm going to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. There is a waterfall that's not that far away from here as well. I think it's only about 20 minutes, so we'll definitely check out that too. And now for the best part of the day, my morning coffee. That's really bad. The best start to the day. Let's go with that. All right, so all I do is click my inverter on. See what my power's doing. Because I drive so much, it does constantly charge the battery. So every time I pull up to camp, it's on 100%. The reason why that was a little bit less than after only just driving yesterday is because I've had Starlink on and I actually kept it on last night. So that does draw a little bit more power. But if I was to stay in this one spot without turning the car on, I reckon I'd probably get maybe 3 or 4 more days if I didn't have the Starlink on and I was just using it for the lights and the fridge. But because I moved so much, I'm never really at a spot for more than 2 days max. I've never ever had to worry about that. One almond latte coming right up. I need to practice like doing pictures. I'm not that skilled yet. Yeah, no. See if I've made the milk hot enough. Yeah. Made with love. Cheers. I don't think I've actually told you guys, but I have extended my stay in Tassie, obviously to account for that 3-week little side quest that I went on. So I was meant to leave Tassie on the 7th of April, and now I've actually pushed it back about 2 more months. And I thought last night, from when I got here, end of January, to when I'm leaving, it's going to end up being like 5 months, which is quite wild. But that's also accounts for the fact that maybe I might go on another little holiday eventually in that time period. But yeah, I still have a lot of time left in Tasmania and I haven't really left the north area. I haven't really gone any further down south at all. So I still have a lot to see. So yeah, a lot more adventures to come from down here. I also did really want to wait till the end of the trout season. Oh, there's a few mozzies around. I'm not going to try trout fishing for another few weeks until the temperatures cool off because it's actually still quite hot at the moment. So there's no point just getting let down. You can still catch them, but obviously because I'm new to this, I'm going to wait till my chances of getting one are a lot higher. And while it's still warm, because obviously it's going to cool down quite a lot coming into April and May, I want to try to utilize the warm weather and do a lot of the sightseeing stuff while it's still nice. Guess what time it is? Waterfall time. Not me just finishing brushing my teeth, getting in the car and then driving about 10 minutes before realizing I'm actually hungry. But we have just gone by this little river, so perfect spot to have some breakfast. This probably flows into, it was probably the same one that we camped by, to be honest, but this is a lot bigger. Yum. A protein powder with some yogurt at the bottom, some granola, frozen blueberries and some almond butter. So it's pretty funny, there is 100,000% no chance of there being a crocodile anywhere down here in these waters. But since being up north for so long, it's so funny that when you go right by the water's edge, it's like the back of your mind just like remembers to be extra careful, but like obviously I don't have to. So it feels weird being like feet basically in the water next to a river. Demolished. I think these are wasps. Yeah. Get away. What a beautiful spot. Maybe we should have camped here. Would have been a little bit easier, but there is a bridge just here. I wouldn't have a lot of traffic, but I liked being a little bit more secluded. And this spot does have a lot of wasps, so I liked the adventure that we did anyway. Only ones in the car park, which is always very nice. And one thing I actually didn't do, which I always do, is check to see how far we actually have to walk. I just pulled up here before and I was like, damn, what if this is like a proper hike? But lucky for Starlink, I did just Google it and it's only a short walk, which is good for this morning.
It's a very wide trunk.
I can hear some water. I was worried that there might not be too much because that little bridge we crossed didn't really have too much water trickling in that river underneath, but I can hear some. Guys, it is so pretty. Oh my gosh. could honestly just sit by waterfalls for hours. I think that was the perfect end to this adventure. I will see you guys back at the car. I did just get bitten quite a fair few times on that track. There's a lot of mozzies around. But that is a wrap on this one, guys. Sometimes I get to this point and I think, oh, I wonder if that episode is gonna be boring, but it's life on the road. Not everything is extreme constant excitement, but it is adventurous, and I'm just out seeing new places, exploring. I really thrive in new environments, and I guess we did see a lot of that yesterday and today. So thank you for being here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed just cruising, chilling out in nature with me. Thanks again, and I will see you next week.